Welcome to the regularly scheduled board meeting for the Board of Trustees for the West Ada School District. It is Monday, October 27th, 2025 at 6:03 p.m. We're very grateful tonight to have Eagle Elementary School here to lead us in the pledge. Will everyone please stand?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we're going to take a quick picture. You guys stay here and we'll just have the board and everybody here stand up. Thank you so much, and thank you parents for bringing them. It's a lot on a Monday night.
Directly coming from Eagle.
Yes, it is. It's a drive from Eagle. We know. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk, are there any changes to the agenda?
Madam Chair, there are none.
All right, thank you. With that, we'll turn the time over to Dr. Bubb for reports and spotlights.
Madam Chair, trustees, I'd like to just focus on communication a little bit and talk a little bit about some of the things that we've been doing. I've had the opportunity to meet with our student councils across the district, which really gives our high schools the opportunity at every single high school the opportunity to ask questions about how things are going, but also to give some input about what their lived experience is. And that's been incredibly important, but also insightful as we try to gain an understanding of what the lived experience for our students is. Additionally, this Wednesday, we'll be hosting a hall pass event, which will bring together legislators, community leaders, for a firsthand look at the great things happening across West Ada. Guests will tour Renaissance High School, they'll tour our CTE centers, hear directly from students about their learning experience, and engage in thoughtful discussions around the future of education in our district. It's a powerful reminder of how important our partners are in this community and at the state level, and we're excited to share the impact that we can have. Last week, we also held Dinner with Derek. This is an opportunity for our boosters and our PTAs to come together. We discussed how we can continue to strengthen our relationships with our parent groups, increase school partnerships, and shared ideas for improving communication and engagement at the building level. Lastly, we also convened our employee experience group. And so we talked about students a little bit. Now we've talked about parents. Employees are also a huge piece of this. And so we convened our employee experience committee, which includes staff from all roles across the district, both classified and certificated. The teams surfaced both celebrations and areas for improvement. Specifically, staffing and transportation continue to be pinch points for us. Those items have already been routed to the appropriate departments. Both our Chief Human Resources Officer and Chief Operations Officer are looking into different ways to address some of those concerns. None of them were surprises to us, but we will continue to address those. And I think sometimes just hearing the impact that they have is important for us. And then I would say this, finally, I just want to take a minute on a night like this to thank our current Board of Trustees for continued leadership and commitment to our students and staff. The role of our board is critical in guiding the vision and direction of our district, and your service makes tremendous difference. I also want to extend my appreciation to all the applicants that are here in the audience for the open trustee position. Thank you for your willingness to step forward as you put yourself in the limelight and go through a public interview process. Not many of us know what a public interview process looks like. This is what it looks like, but it truly means a lot to our schools. It means a lot to our district, and I know it means a lot to our community, so thank you. All in all, it's been a busy but productive couple weeks focused on listening, learning, and continuing to strengthen the connections that make West Ada a special place to work and learn. Thank you. And then I'd like to bring up Ms. Hoppy to talk a little bit about the great things going on at Eagle Elementary.
Good evening, Chair Frazier, Board of Trustees, and Dr. Bubb. I'm honored to share the incredible work happening at Eagle Elementary and to celebrate our amazing staff and students. Eagle Elementary is an engaging learning community built on collaboration, respect, and a shared commitment to student success. I'd like to celebrate a few highlights that truly represent the heart of our school. First, our academic growth has been outstanding. Last year, our first and fourth grade students made tremendous progress through teacher collaboration, providing interventions for all students to ensure growth. Our most intensive learners in first grade grew 178.6 points, which is over 1.75 times an average year's growth. In math, our fourth graders also excelled, averaging 53.3 points in scale score growth above the district's average. We also continue to inspire a love of learning through collaboration and celebration. Our students work with grade level reading buddies each month. Students build positive relationships across grade levels and practice literacy skills through carefully planned activities aligned to our learning intentions. Celebrations include culminating activities which showcase student learning. Using success criteria, students apply their knowledge in activities like book tastings, boat floats, and field trips. We also have quarterly award assemblies celebrating staff excellence in leadership and student excellence in academics, behaviors, and perseverance, inviting families to join in recognizing these accomplishments. Eagle Elementary School is also deeply connected to our community. Through PTO events, our families help fundraise to support classroom activities, school-wide assemblies, and enrichment experiences. We also partner with local leaders, including the fire department, police department, City of Eagle, and the public library to provide real-world learning opportunities such as fire safety lessons, police visits, and trips to the library and City Hall. Our students also take pride in giving back, celebrating holidays with nursing home residents, and participating in city events like the Eagle Christmas Sing-Along. Finally, we inspire our students to dream big by connecting them with positive role models. Local high school students visit to teach art, complete student teaching experiences, and in the spring, football players join our students with Read with a Player program. These experiences help our students see their future goals, like graduation, are within reach. At Eagle Elementary, our shared values of respect, responsibility, and readiness to learn guide everything we do each day. So thank you for your continued support and for giving me this opportunity to highlight just a few of the incredible things happening at Eagle Elementary.
Thank you so much for coming out this evening, and I'll just sum it up with a boat float. I want to come next time, so please invite me. Thank you again. All right, that takes us to patron input tonight. We did not have anybody sign up, so we will move on to consent agenda. I'm open to a motion. Trustee Benetti,
I move that we accept the consent agenda unanimously.
is there a second? Trustee Redford?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. With that, we'll go to old business, which takes us to policy 716.10, which will be presented by Dr. Dave Reinhardt.
Good evening, Madam Chair, Trustees, Dr. Bubb. As you know, this evening we will be doing our third reading of policy 706.1. This is the decommissioning policy and for the final reading. The purpose of this policy, as you know, is to affirm the board's authority to decommission schools when necessary in order to maintain strong and a thorough public education system. It directs the superintendent or designee to review district facilities on a regular basis and, when appropriate, to bring forward a report and recommendation to the board. The final draft is modified slightly from the second reading to give trustees the ability to declare and define an emergency, which was absent from the second reading. Administrative Regulation 7.6 716.10, administrative regulation, establishes a process for school decommissioning, including administrative overview, community engagement, and final board action. The final reading of this draft makes one change to state that unless an emergency declaration is made by the board, the final presentation regarding the decommissioning must be made to the board no later than the last meeting of November. This essentially, both of these policies and the changes we've made since the second reading essentially give the board the ability to say this is an emergency or this isn't, rather than leaving it up for interpretation in the broader public.
Any comments or questions this evening? Trustee Benetti.
Just a comment that we appreciate the public's input. We had some very valuable people that came in and helped us tighten this policy and provide for this, this emergency declaration to help avoid any potential ambiguity. Because these are all very difficult issues. They do have to be made sometimes. Everything's always about trade-offs. But I think that we've tightened this up, and by holding to that schedule, unless the board declares that there's a fire or some other extenuating circumstance, that we will hold to that schedule so that the public has sufficient time to be able to respond both from a staff, parents, and students' perspective. So we appreciate that input that we think has made this policy substantially better.
Agreed. Any other comments? With that, I'm open to a motion. Trustee Benetti.
I move that we accept policy 716.10, school decommissioning, as presented by Chief Operating Officer Dr. David Reinhardt.
Is there a second? Trustee Redford.
Second.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. With that, we're going to move to a motion for executive session. So I know we've got guests this evening. Thank you so much for being here, to our candidates and their families. We appreciate you coming. So executive session, we'll make a motion. We'll move into that. We'll be gone for likely, 5-10 minutes, something like that. We'll come back. There'll be another motion. We'll end up closing this meeting, and then we will have a probably 15-20 minute break. So I can have a sandwich. We talked about this. And then we'll come back and we'll start the special meeting and go right into the interviews. Just so you have kind of an idea what that time frame is. So if you want to go grab a coffee or something like that, you'll have about 20 minutes or so, unless you want to leave now and miss exec session, which you'll miss anyway. All right, with that, I'm open to a motion. Oh, Trustee Benetti?
Will we be starting the special meeting at 6:45, or is there potential to start this special meeting earlier than 6:45?
We can start it earlier, as early as 6:30, I believe. Oh, did you put 6:45? No, that was a test, and I failed. Thank you. We can't start it before 6:45.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Now I'm open to a motion. Trustee Redford.
I move that the board enter into executive session per Idaho Code 74-2061B to consider the evaluation, dismissal, or disciplining of, or to hear complaints or charges brought against a public officer, employee, staff member, or individual agent or public school students.
I turned it off. Is there a second? Trustee Benetti?
Second.
All right, this will be a roll call vote. Trustee Benetti?
Aye.
Trustee Redford? Aye. Vice Chair Zuna? Aye. Chair votes aye. Motion carries 4-0. We will move into exec session at 6:16 p.m. Okay, we'll come back to open session at 6:24, I think, p.m. I'm open to a motion. Trustee Benetti.
I move that we approve the administration's decision to place employee D on administrative leave and to continue such leave until a new recommendation is brought before the board.
Is there a second? Trustee Redford.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. No one signed up for good of the order tonight. I'm open to any future agenda items. And I have a 2-minute clock. I love that. With that, I'm open to a motion to adjourn. Trustee Redford.
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second?
Trustee Benetti, thank you. Any discussion? Other than this is our fastest meeting ever, thank you very much. All those in favor, please say aye. 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 Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. We will adjourn the meeting at 6:25.